Good morning, students. Today we are going to discussing the introduction of macroeconomics. In the last year, we are already discussed about microeconomics. You know very much about microeconomics. Microeconomics means study about individual things, small units, individual person's income, individual taste, individual preference, individual demand, and individual supply. And this year we are going to discussing about the entirely different concept, that is macroeconomics. Macroeconomics means study about whole country, study about national income, study about the population of the country, study about unemployment level of the country. The first person, the J.M. Keynes was the first person to introduce the macroeconomics in his book The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money in 1936. So the J.M. Keynes was known as a father of macroeconomics. Next we will move to the meaning of macroeconomics. Macroeconomics means study about large unit, study about whole country, study about unemployment in the country, study about population of the country. And macroeconomics means the economics as a whole, economics as a whole country, economics as a whole nation, economics as a whole family. Macroeconomics means the study about aggregates. Aggregates means group. And macroeconomics is also known as income theory. And next we will move to the importance of macroeconomics. Why we study macroeconomics? The first point, the macroeconomics is helpful to the understanding the functioning of the government, how the government is functioning in the particular country, whether they are functioning the smooth way or they are functioning in the very difficult way. So first we will know about the functioning of the government. It is the first important point for studying macroeconomics. And the second point is the macroeconomics is very helpful to know the future problem. How the government solve the unemployment, illiteracy, uneducation, poor standard of living, poor health condition for the future generation. How to solve the problems in future. For example, nowadays whole nation is affected by COVID-19. How the government is planned in future for avoiding or to precautioning this type of epidemics. And the third point is the macroeconomics very helpful to using the scientific investigation to study about population, study about national income, study about unemployment. So as earlier you have studied in the business maths or statistics, how we are using the statistical methods. For example, mean, median, mode, standard of living, correlation, regression. So we are using these type of statistical tools for find out the answers. It is very helpful to the government to fix the plan, to formulate the suitable policies in the future. And macroeconomics is very helpful to the comparison between analysis of economic indicators. For example, what do you mean by economic indicators? So economic indicators, for example, price, income, health, education, standard of living, environmental, and etc. So macroeconomics is very helpful to the comparison between these economic indicators. It is how it will helpful to the government to formulate the plan, policy, budget in the future year. And the third one is macroeconomics is the very helpful to prediction and future what will happen in the next 10 years. For example, you will study about national income. What happened past before the 10 years? How much we are fixing the target for national income, how much we are achieving, how much we are going to achieve. And macroeconomics very much helpful to analyze prediction for the next 10 years, the growth of national income, growth of unemployment, growth of population, growth of literacy level, growth of calorie index of food for peoples. So it is the importance for study about macroeconomics. And next we will move to the scope of macroeconomics. So in the scope of macroeconomics, we will discuss one by one. What is the relationship between national income and macroeconomics? So already we discussed the meaning of macroeconomics. So macroeconomics means a study about whole country's income, that is national income. Here the national income, you very much know about the definition of national income. No problem. Once again I will explain. National income means the total value of goods and services produced in a country at a particular period of time at a particular year. So the macroeconomics is very much helpful to the trends of national income in the particular country. For example, last year, last before year, or last 5 year, or 10 year, last before 10 years, how the national income will growth in the particular country. So macroeconomics very much helpful to the very much helpful to the growth of national income. For example, national income is consist of 3 different sectors. For example, agriculture, the primary sector or agriculture sector, or industrial sector, or territory sector, or service sector. So the macroeconomics is very much helpful to the combination of these 3 sectors. So which area they will give more contribution of national income, or how much the industrial sector will give the contribution of national income, or how much the service sector will give the contribution for national income. For example, if the government to receive the 1 rupee income as a national income, government receive the 1 rupee national income. So how much paise come from agriculture sector? How much paise come from territory sector? How much income come from service sector? It is the combination of 3 different sector. Macroeconomics, it is very much studied. So macroeconomics will helpful to identify or calculating the contribution of different sector of the economy or country. And the second scope is inflation. What do you mean by inflation? So inflation means steady increase in the price level, or the too much of money chasing too few goods. So macroeconomics is a consist of general price level of the country. So how much the price is available in the country for essential commodity or other commodity. The general price level is consist of 2 important price index. First one is wholesale price index, and the second one is retail price index or consumer price index. So what do you mean by wholesale price index? So wholesale price index means the prices are available in the wholesale marketing. And another one is the consumer price index or retail price index. So how much the price is fixed by retail or consumer. So finally, the macroeconomics will help you to study about the trends and growth and changes of inflation. And the third one is business cycle. It is very important concept, very interesting concept, business cycle. For example, if you want to start a new business, you will invest, you will open the business or open the shop or started the business, and the first 5 years or first 2 years your business will achieve very high sales. That is known as boom. The people, they are eagerly waiting for the opening of the shop to purchase the product in your shop. So your sales is maximum, you will get the maximum profit from your business. That is known as boom period. And the next 2 or 3 years, if you are not concentrating in your business, the business will slightly fall down. The sales is slightly fall down. The income is decreasing. And the third stage is another important concept, that is depression. So what do you mean by depression? No sales. The sales is very less. You will get a very minimum profit in your business. And the fourth stage, finally, you will lock your shop or you will close your business because no commodity is available in your shop, no raw material available in your business or industry, no laborers are not willing to work in your industry. Finally, you will lock your shutter. So the business cycle is consist of 4 different parts. One is boom, that is the initial stage, high sales, and the second one is recession, it is a low sales, and the third one is depression, very minimum sales, and the fourth one is recovery. So finally your business will close. Macroeconomics very helpful to understanding the position of your business, not only your business, even country also. And the fourth point, we will discussing the poverty and unemployment. It is a very important paradox in all the countries are facing day-to-day life in the last 10 years or 15 years. So poverty, what do you mean by poverty? Poverty means the peoples, they are not able to fulfill their basic needs. So what is basic needs of human life? Food, cloth, shelter. Food, one is food, second one is cloth, and the third one is shelter. So those who are not able to fulfill their basic needs, the particular people, they are living poverty. And the second one is unemployment. So the peoples, they are willing to work, but they are not unable to get the employment opportunity. So now the macroeconomics is very helpful to find out the problem of poverty and unemployment in the country. For example, last 10 years, in India we are facing the severe problem about poverty and unemployment. It is a very important paradox in Indian economy. So the people, they are very ready to work, but the government should not give any employment opportunity to the even educated, uneducated, poor, illiterate people in our country. So macroeconomics will help to eradicate or remove this problem in our country. And the fourth one is economic growth. So every year after budget, the government of India, or not only government of India, all the countries in the world, to announce what is our economic growth in next 5 years or next 10 years. What is the position of the country in the economic field? So macroeconomics very helpful to formulate, understand, calculate the economic growth of the particular country. And the last one is economic policies. Macroeconomics very helpful to the government to introduce the new policies, program, measures, or various steps to increase the economic growth of the country and to increase the national income of the country. Okay, and the next class we will discuss the next chapter. Thank you.